In the heart of the lush African wilderness, nestled within the ancient baobab trees and vibrant wildlife, lies a close-knit community deeply connected to their natural surroundings called Obasi, a lakeside community. One fateful morning, the chief of Obasi had a daughter named Adanna. Adanna had silver hair and blue eyes, which wasn't ordinary to the people of Obasi. They called her a miracle. Her parents loved her so much, and as she was growing up, her beauty couldn't be rivaled. She played in the grand halls of her father's mansion, happily and loved. As Adanna came of age, she was known to be the most beautiful maiden in the community. She fell in love with Kweku, the fisherman. Their love was pure, but Adanna's beauty attracted the jealousy of a powerful dark black magic sorceress. In a fit of envy, the sorceress cursed Adanna. She lured her into the thick dense forest and opened a vortex of transformation. Adanna tried to escape, but the witch was too powerful, so she put her in a trance. As Adanna stepped into the vortex, it vanished into thin air along with Adanna. Adanna's parents searched for their beloved daughter, but to no avail. She was lost forever. Every night, her parents would go to the veranda under the full moon and stand in silence for their missing daughter, until Adanna's mom would burst into tears and the chief would console her. As time goes by, Adanna's parents accepted that they won't be able to see their beloved daughter again. 5 years later, the tale of Nyoka the mermaid surfaced. In the lush wilderness nestled between ancient baobab trees and vibrant wildlife lies the ominous Lake Bomu. Lake Bomu was known to be a lake surrounded by a thick mist that never seems to lift. It is said to be the home of a beautiful but dangerous mermaid named Nyoka, a beautiful sea mermaid with silver hair, blue eyes, and a shimmering scale tail. Nyoka had an enchanting voice at night, which she lured men and children with her hauntingly beautiful but sad song, her ethereal voice carrying an irresistible enchantment, which nearby young men and boys became entranced, and they stood at the edge of the water and began to wade. Because of this, the villagers will firmly warn their kids to stay away from the ominous Lake Bomu, for no man lived to tell the tale. One morning at the village of Obasi, as the sun slowly rose, a young scholar named Namdi arrived in Obasi. He was a curious and intelligent man, always seeking knowledge and new experiences. The legend of Nyoka intrigued him, and despite the villagers' warnings, he decided to investigate the truth behind the tale. Namdi's fascination with the supernatural and his confidence in his intellect led him to the shores of Lake Bomu. He set up a camp and spent days observing the lake, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive mermaid. One evening, as Namdi sat by the lake, he heard a melodious voice singing a hauntingly beautiful song. Mesmerized by that, he decided to come back at sunset. On his way, several villagers were trying to convince him to not go there at night, but Namdi, determined and curious, still sat by the lake at sunset and waited patiently for the moonlit night. He heard a melodious voice singing again, and he followed the sound to the water's edge. There, rising from the depths, was Nyoka. Her long flowing hair shimmered like silver in the moonlight. Her eyes were a deep, captivating blue. Without fear, Namdi approached Nyoka. "Who are you?" Nyoka asked, her voice echoing in the still night. "I am Namdi, a scholar seeking the truth," he replied, unable to take his eyes off her. Nyoka's lips curled into a seductive smile. "Many have come seeking the truth, but no one lived to tell the tale." Despite her warning, Nnamdi felt drawn to her. He sat beside her for a moment and he asked her her name, and she told him her name and her story. He empathized with her and he left home. As he got home, everybody in the village was surprised, but Nnamdi was too emotional to speak. In his room, he drew Nyoka the mermaid, feeling a strange connection toward her. The next day, he visited Nyoka again. Amazed by his courage, Nyoka decided to befriend him, and they became so attached to each other, spending nights together conversing. One night, he asked Nyoka about her parents, and she sadly told him. Nyoka realized how she had forgotten about her beloved parents and she dwelled in her sadness. One fateful morning, Nnamdi decided to pay a visit to Adanna's parents. In his best traditional attire, he stands respectfully before Adanna's parents. Her father asked him who he is and why he is here. He introduced himself and he said he had found their long-lost daughter and that she is Nyoka the mermaid. He told them how she misses them so dearly. Her parents couldn't say a word to him, thinking he was delusional, and they told him to go home. That same night, Adanna's mother was standing in the veranda, staring at the full moon as she remembers her beautiful daughter. She immediately burst into tears, and Adanna's father consoled her. One evening, when Namdi visited Nyoka, he asked her if the curse could be broken. Nyoka's eyes filled with hope. "Only true love can break the sorceress curse," she whispered, "but it comes with a price." "I can help you break the curse," Namdi offered, determined to save her. Namdi, now enchanted by Nyoka's beauty and sorrow, vowed to free her. As they spent more time together, their bond grew stronger. Namdi's love for Nyoka deepened, and he realized he was willing to make any sacrifice to break the curse. He confessed his feelings for her. Driven by his love and compassion for her, he decided to break the curse. But for Nnamdi to break the curse, he had to prove his love by staying with Nyoka forever, transforming into a merman living in the depths of Lake Bomu. Without hesitation, he agreed. Under the full moon, they stood together at the edge of Lake Bomu, preparing to perform the ritual to break Nyoka's curse. The water shimmers with mystical energy, reflecting the moonlight and creating an ethereal glow. Namdi stood beside her, looking determined and focused. As they stood together, holding hands and their fingers intertwined as they chant the incantations. The air around them hums with powerful magic. Symbols and runes glow faintly around them as they activated the ritual. Namdi felt a powerful energy envelop him. His legs fused into a shimmering tail, and he transformed into a merman with shimmering red tail. They swam together deep into the water, Namdi feeling a strange mix of fear and exhilaration. He was so excited he could breathe underwater, so Nyoka led him to an underwater cave adorned with luminous crystals. There, her beautiful eyes were glowing and the crystals were shining like stars. And together they swam to the surface, where Namdi told her he wants to spend the rest of his life with her. And he told her how much he loved her again. Back in the village of Obasi, the villagers were worried about the young scholar because he didn't return and it's midnight, so they all decided to go look for him at the Lake Bomu. Without hesitation, the villagers went there and they witnessed a miraculous transformation. Nyoka the mermaid and Namdi the merman miraculously transforming into humans, and Nyoka transformed into the chief's daughter, Adanna. Nnamdi held her closely and protectively, his face filled with pride and love. The villagers stood there silently in surprise as Adanna and Nnamdi walked off. The next day, news reached the chief and his wife, who were waiting for their daughter patiently. As Adanna reached home, she was welcomed by a warm hug from both her parents, embracing her tightly, their faces radiant with joy and relief as they all cried tears of joy for years of separation. Adanna was happy again. That evening, Nnamdi was summoned by the chief and he was questioned and thanked by the family for safely bringing back their daughter. Without hesitation, he asked Adanna's hand in marriage, and her father agreed because his daughter loved Nnamdi too. The next morning, the villagers gathered in their finest attire as Adanna and Nnamdi walked the aisle together, as the whole community celebrates the union of the beloved couple. A year later, in the beautiful new home of Adanna and Nnamdi, Adanna gave birth to a beautiful baby. Their home is filled with love and warmth, with joy and expressions filled with love as they look down at their child. And so, the enchanting mermaid of Lake Bomu and her devoted scholar lived on in the hearts and minds of the villagers, a testament to the enduring power of love and magic that lies within the mysteries of nature. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and share the video, and also subscribe to my channel for more enchanting tales by African Tales by Moonlight. Thanks for watching.